You can hear the birds sing in the morning. You can hear the water splashing down the hill, kind of roaring. You can see the sun going down, and the people as they go by, breathing hear the traffic never just goes on to bicycles, and the neighbors say hello. And we're strong to pull you up from down below. You can even hear the sound of the control. It's a pleasant Sunday morning to you all. Good morning and welcome. It's another edition of Sunday Morning Live on FM here in the studios of OGBC 90.5 in Abeokuta with me, Wole Otayemi. Today, we are looking at the building of social infrastructure and its development in the state. You all will agree with me that ever since the 3rd of February 1976, when Ogun State was carved out of the old Western region, the state has been recording successes in various strata of human endeavors, from social infrastructure to sport development to politics to economy. Mention it, the state has recorded grand strides in the last 49 years. So as we speak this morning, looking at the developmental strides that happened to Ogun State in the last couple of years, you won't forget in a hurry that upon creation, Brigadier General Seidu Adelewale Balogun was first appointed as the military administrator of Ogun State. He too had his own beginning, the foundation. And then after the end of the era, the civilians too had their own success stories to share. But in the last 6 years of administration, there has been a turnaround of different sectors of human life. And so this morning, we'll be taking a look at the level of development, infrastructural wise, that has taken place in Ogun State between 2019 and 2025. That's about 6 solid years. Now, because by May 29, next month, this is going to be 6 years old in office, 2 years in second term, and we have exhausted the first time of 4 years. To take a look at all this in this conversation this morning is the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Public Communications, Otunba Odufowokan. Otunba Odufowokan is a son of the soil, a seasoned journalist, a public affairs commentator, and an insider into every activity of the state government since inception. And so this morning we're starting from this premise. In the next 19 days, Ogun State will play host to the entire country. 36 states will be here, including FCT Abuja, for a 16-day sport fiesta in which the Gateway State is playing host to. 33 sports thereabouts. I can't count them by fingertips by now. The government is willing to give a fantastic hosting right. They have been developing, upgrading, rebuilding, reconstructing, and everything. And so this morning, Otunba Odufowokan. First, good morning. Welcome to the show this morning.
It's a pleasure to be here again. Good morning, sir.
I can see the beaming smiles. What does it portend?
Happiness.
Are the happenings?
At the great turnaround that Ogun State is witnessing. You know, we journalists, our job is to communicate to the people.
Yes.
And then when you communicate, you know, there is this maxim that says bad news is best news.
Surely.
That's in the newsroom.
Yes.
But what is best news for you when you want to talk to the people is good news.
Surely.
Good news is best news in my situation now. So when you are in my shoes and you find yourself on this seat this morning and you have good tidings
To tell.
and to point out to, you'll be happy. The government of Otunba Abiodun has done so well that eyes can see and ears can hear. So that's why I come with a smile.
All right, because I saw you beaming with smiles, that's why I asked you, what does it portend? And you have explained it to me. I'm equally smiling because I know you have brought good tidings for the people of Ogun State. Let's look at the infrastructure wise now. Where are we? And where are we coming from? There must be some level of dilapidation, but construction. Where are we as we speak?
Thank you very much. I think you have packed the two questions into one.
Yes, two in one.
First, you spoke about this. Let me just start with the sports festival.
Okay.
We start soon. From May,
19 days from now.
from the end of May, we'll be hosting the entire
May 30th, 31st.
yes, very end of May. Very nice day. We are still hosting. And if you look around, that has also helped in the area of infrastructure. That's hosting right. Take a look at the Gateway Stadium. So much so that Mr. Governor did say, correctly too, that we will have to change the name. And we cannot continue to call that place a stadium because it is now befitting of the name of a sporting complex. It can compete comfortably with any sporting complex anywhere in the world. So much so that the African Athletic Federation already came around to say, look, you have to host our events. So immediately after
I think the under 20.
The under 20, we are going to be hosting the world, Africa, as it is. So that is the level of development that has gone into that place. Then the sporting complex, Alake Sporting Complex too, at Ijeja, you need to visit the place and see the turnaround that has happened there. The stadium now have a lot of facilities that were not there before. So much so that there are new games, new events that youths can now participate in and learn more about even after the sports festival because these facilities will be there.
Surely.
So it is a good, it has brought good fortunes for our sporting community in the state, and it will bring more good fortunes to people because economically our people are going to benefit.
I'm coming to that. That's another area of interest, which I know those who are listening to us at home will be happy to share with you that optimism. Yeah, we are not discussing sports generally.
Okay, so
we are looking at development.
All right, so
But infrastructure, well, that's what we're looking at. And when you host, you develop your infrastructure. That is the turnaround that we have been seeing in Ogun State. Let's before we come back to sport, because that will be the tail
end of
the show this morning. Let's look at to and from Abeokuta. Where is the state now? Shagamu end, Ibadan end, Lagos end. Where is the state now?
Well, you can tell even yourself that Ogun State is not where it was as far as what infrastructures are concerned. So much has changed that I can assure you that this program will not be enough to talk about the turnaround in what has happened. But a lot of things are happening even as we speak.
Okay, let us know.
And then you begin to look at, I can tell you conveniently that this administration has constructed over 1,200 kilometers of roads in the past 6 years. Over 1,200. And you'll agree with me that if we have had this much before now, the road deficit inherited by this administration won't be this bad. And I tell you, as over that, I don't know answer. It will be another 2 years, and the second time, maybe
next month.
He has drastically reduced the road deficit. And that, as we speak currently now, the Akute Agbajo Ijoku Road you need to visit them. These are areas where you have a lot of complaints because the road infrastructure in that axis of the state was almost non-existent. And then expectedly the people poured out their mind. And we have a listening governor who listened to them. And on the spot, he was giving instructions that roads in that axis should be attended to. I can tell you about Akute Agbado Ejoko Road. Okay. The reconstruction has started. And with what we have seen the governor do before, you can be rest assured that it's going to be a total overhauling of that road. You know the importance of that road to our economy, coming from Lagos and even other parts of Ogun State. Okay. The Ado axis,
the
industrial hub in that area
that
again,
side, yeah.
and all that. It's a major link between Lagos and Ogun. It also connects Ifo to Ado and other parts of the state.
What is the state of Ifo, Ejoko, and Songo?
Ifo, Ejoko, Songo Road, some parts of it are already at stages where it can be used now.
One can apply on it
on the other side of it,
okay.
Because work started on it immediately too, and a lot of aside that there is a laddering Wole train road which people have been talking about.
What is the stage of the reconstruction now?
It's almost completed.
Have they done the asphalting?
Part of it is already, in fact, majority, most part of it are now on asphalt, and it's just in a matter of days we'll be talking about that road delivered, and you know what that road looked like before.
Yes, I know.
So it's a major road, given the train station at the other end, and people needed that road. The governor is such a person that when there is a need, let's address it. Let's address. That's like there is a Shagama Ekpe road.
Before we go to that side, let's finish the railway side.
Okay.
From Ladering to the train station.
Yeah.
Almost been asphalted now. Now from train station down to Olokuta Junction, some has been taken care of.
Yes.
The remaining in between, is the governor going to look at that?
We are not going to leave the road in that state.
That is between the train station,
Jaguno,
and before you get to because the mast is the boundary where they want
it will also receive attention.
Okay.
Like I always say, development will come to every part of the polity, but it will not come at the same time.
So it will be gradual.
Now we are
let's go
to the train station.
Okay.
Part of the area you are mentioning has also received attention. Now whatever is left of it will not be left in that state.
Okay. Let's go to where the next stage you are going.
I spoke to you about Shagama Ekpe Road. The asphalt is being laid on it.
As we speak.
Almost completed. Because these are roads that are important. All roads in Ogun State are important to the people and the government. And when we now identify areas where the need is pressing, the government is not one to leave it without attending to. We can go on and on. There is, of course, I was here. The last time I was here, we spoke about the Peru, the Shakpade Road.
Yes. What's the latest down?
That road is almost completed. One part of it has received total attention. The other part is an ongoing project. And this road is going straight to Shakpade, like I told you. And when that happens, that simply tells you that from the moment you enter Shagam from Express, till you bust out at Shakpade on your way to Ibadan, you are on free road.
Good road to apply.
Good road to apply, both right, and that's not enough. You remember Kerinja Road we spoke about?
Yes.
It's now, in fact, people are calling for bumps. They are calling for bumps because of the speed.
Because of the speed.
You see, these are the Ojoju Abiodun, the road is Slash Road. The news of it being commissioned and all that was everywhere. You remember what that road was like?
Terrible.
And you recall the implication of the terrible state on the economy and the people of that area. Today, I am coming here this morning. I was not scared, nor afraid, nor worried. But you recall that once you opened the line before, the calls were pouring from that.
Already the lines are blinking.
Yeah, but from that axis, you know what to expect.
Yes.
But now I can sit here and wait for calls. I know that I'm going to get calls of commendation from that area.
Okay.
That is what has happened in that area. Then we can also talk about Songo or Odufowokan Road, a federal road receiving attention. Good parts of it already taken
of.
care of.
Yes.
And you know why it's this fast? People are wondering the speed of work on that road. It is because the governor is determined to deliver that road in good time. 5 different work gangs are working on that road.
Okay.
It's not a matter of let's start from here, we'll go and finish there. No. The road, the length of it divided into 5. And we have work gangs different gangs taking care of the different axes. And now you can see the speed. People are passing that road now and commending the government. People are using that road now and commending the other because it shows there is the road in Ikene. I'm talking about recently reconstructed road or ongoing project.
Okay.
If you leave Taishola road, you can go to
the Ikene you mentioned. From Ikene Ayepe Road to Odogbolu, is it going to receive attention?
It is going to receive attention. Because if you look at what is happening in that axis, from Shagamu to Ikene,
yes,
that attention.
You know, we have stadium there.
The stadium
NYSC
is there.
Secretariat, that means camp is there.
It's there, and so it's an area you cannot really ignore.
No, yeah.
So you can rest that. Then the one going to election received attention recently. That axis, we have our airports in that axis.
We'll come to the airport matter.
That's why you will understand why every part of Ogun State is now important, because this government has done one important project or the other in every axis, which cannot be abandoned. So when you talk about roads in those areas, they are now very, very pressing and important. So the people should just understand that these developments will come. Roads will come to their own area too.
I don't know whether
to come one at a time.
Otunba, I don't know whether government is putting something in consideration when you are reconstructing or you are constructing afresh. Is government giving room for laying of water pipes and probably electrical cables for these telecommunications, that you create a small portion for them so that when they want to lay their pipes, they won't be breaking the road again?
Given the quality of the contractors handling this road, I can tell you that all these have been taken into consideration. They've been taken into consideration because it will not be good for either the government or the people for us to spend so much money constructing a road
and start cutting it off again.
It's just that even when that is done, you and I know that some people, rather than go through the provided
channels, yes,
or channel, they want shortcuts. Then you find those are the people you find waking up in the dead of the night to quickly cut the road and their pipes and cover.
That is
and the quality of covering will be so poor. Get the road, you start spoiling. So it still behoves on us, the people, to take ownership projects. The arteries have been created, the channels are laid by. Follow those laid down. Just for some people, it's now it's too long. That length is we can't buy that kind of.
Don't you think we need an enabling law to punish such offenders?
There are laws. It is left for us, the people, to obey the law. It's also left for us, the people, to tell the government,
challenge government.
So road has been cut off. It has been cut open. Government should find out those who did it. Government should punish them. If you and I are standing firm on that, it will reduce. But when the agency of government comes around, who did this, and all of us keep quiet,
that will be unfair to government.
It will be unfair to government. It will be unfair to ourselves. Okay. So these are reasons why we must take ownership of all these beautiful projects, be it road or any other thing, and protect them like our personal properties.
Okay. But the lines are blinking. Too busy this morning. Before I take the first call, let me quickly ask you this.
I was going to give you like 50 more new roads constructed.
No. You will be answering. If I allow you to tell me all the roads, we will not talk about any other thing. But I just want to call your attention to something. You know, when you're Gateway State, you know why they call Ogun State Gateway? You know very well.
Yes.
It is the link to the rest of the country. Now the rest of the country is now coming to the link. Those who coming from Ibadan through Odeda, the Oban-Toko axis, there are some skirmishes there on the road. Is the government going to fix that part before the start of the festival? I am coming. That is on one side. Then on the other side, the intra-city roads, like Ishabo to Ishabo, Okeyeke end. Then Isaloja Kuto, and that other end. Even Diaba, Takeover Junction, because I want to talk to our people. Uber provides an infrastructure and you are putting refuse, you are creating problem. That's why I ask you, would there be law to punish people?
If we need the laws we have
Or,
or upgrade the laws we have, it is good for all of us that we do.
or amend some?
I'm sure members of the state assembly are listening to us.
Mm.
There are meeting our resolve that we don't want actions like this. When you block the drain,
And you are,
definitely
yes,
you are damaging the road, because water that is rainwater and other water that
that's supposed to flow freely.
will come to the road, and when they stay too long on the road, they damage that portion of the road. And even if that part of the road is not damaged, vehicular movement is slowed down.
Exactly.
So everything you do have repercussions, and we must address all that.
Let's quickly open the line and take some few calls. 0803 437 9453 0815 032 will now answer those questions, those roads I mentioned, that intracity and inbound roads that are still needing a few attention. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. Okay, that's for calling.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much.
Where you talk on infrastructure for and I want to say that you'll be afraid and be shocked this morning for what I'm going to tell you in terms of the news of those in Oluwo down to at the end of the road, less than 2 kilometers. I'm asking this morning again, please, it is our need and concern. It's not only those people living in that area that will be enjoying that road. You see, when you mention that people damaging these roads, I think I hope it's the roads on me as a responsible man to get that most of those that destroy our roads are those Okada riders who wanted to probably disrupt the flow of traffic when people are buying such roads because they wanted to take one thing or the other from their customers who we call Okada riders. And when those people are not probably intentionally want to stop, they come back with that, destroying such roads so that they'll be able to use it as intransit for these people to fly the road. Are you with me, sir?
Yes.
We need to look into that direction.
Okay.
Please, I'm asking you this morning, sir. You've done a lot in terms of development into the turnaround that you have been talking about. But yes, I want to believe that said I know it's my amiable governor as well. He doesn't feel to do anything in listening of year run out, and then he says that after reading season, it has never happened, sir. What are you going to do?
Okay.
Because you are having this sporting activity coming up very soon, and you will fly that road. Are you with me, sir?
Yes.
Please come and do something in Atike Onikolobo
Okay.
road now.
Okay.
We want you.
Okay.
It's a shop.
Okay.
You come here this morning to see the condition.
Thank you, Kayode. Your clarion call has been heard. Otunba, please note it, so that when you have an opportunity of talking to the powers that be, you just quickly remember.
Maybe I should just.
I know you are going to respond. Just note it that Onikolobo Adigbe Road, Oluwo site. Yes. 0803 437 9453. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Your name quickly.
Honorable person, God bless you. My name is Emeka Big Daddy, sir.
Thanks for calling, Emeka Big Daddy.
With all due respect, I'm stand to be corrected. Why is it continuously doesn't happen in the program of a politician? Like what is happening in Ogun State, and with all due respect, the past government about what they did, I found out that some of them are just doing wasting, like these things at the Market Main Road. That is number one.
Which road? Which road, Emeka Big Daddy?
I mean, those things at the Market Main Road, those are you and other things.
Okay.
Like I remember our past governor, he spent all those things to make it to look new, but he starts wasting and it is Ogun State money. And one other thing is that, why is it that there is a section in the government that are supposed to be passing on those roads? Why to Alade Swabi Road.
Mm.
It's nowhere you start dream like nightmare. And one other thing is that, please, sir, if they are going on the street, you will look at all those protesters and they feel. Some of them, some people put signposts, those concrete to build it. So when the water is taking on this rubbish, when it gets to that person, you will see that it will stop, and that place has become to be blocked. The reason why the water is there is not going to be useful again.
Okay.
So please, sir, let me stop here. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Emeka Big Daddy. People blocking the drains. That's another major area that we're going to look at. 003 437 9453. Hello, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Wole.
For calling, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Otunba.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Wole Owosheni is my name. I'm calling from Ilaro. There is no doubt the administration of Prince Dapo Abiodun is doing wonderfully well. No doubt about it. In terms of infrastructural developments. But I want to call your attention to a road, very important road that links the whole of the Ogun West with other, and that is Papalan to Shagamu area there.
Okay, to interchange. To Shagamu interchange.
Yes, that road is very, very important. It links the whole of Ogun West with even Lagos. It's the shortest road that is so useful in that area. And that road had been in very bad shape for quite a while now. What are we expecting that will happen there, Otunba?
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
promising that that road will be catered for. Please, it's very important.
Okay.
Please. That's my concern this morning. Good morning.
Thank you very much. 0803 437 9453. We'll take this call, then you answer their questions. We'll come back to another set of calls. Let's make this one the final one. Good morning.
This is Alhaji Ayelabugu coming from London.
Okay.
I want to seek the indentures of our group. I am a student at National Referral College and Federal University, National University. But when you look at the expense from the Ijebu to Nore, you see that before the cycle went directly to that rate, you will see that it's a great program for students and other staff to cross. I'm appealing to the government so that they can provide an overhead bridge for the students of funding. So it will go a long way to reduce accidents and all sorts of problems that emanate there. Thank you, Alhaji Ayelabugu from London.
Let's take this one from where Alhaji Ayelabugu talked.
I want to appreciate Alhaji Ayelabugu because he's pointing out a need. I can assure him that
It's an important thing.
it's a very important, especially with the student population in the axis.
Okay.
So it's pointing out a need, a very vital one, and it will be communicated to Mr.
So Mr. Governor just to construct overhead bridge so that when to and fro,
cross,
there won't be any crossing of students on the express. Okay.
And then I'll go to the issue of Papalan to Shagamu. I want to tell my dear brother, Mr. Wole Owosheni, that road is one of the roads Mr. Governor is not joking with. Because he's going to look at the expenses, the efforts that is going into fixing Songo Abeokuta Road. Taking care of the pipeline line to Shagamu Road to link this and will also help that road too. From that end, conveniently with this road he's talking about, people can cross to the airport axis, and so it is a road that will receive attention. If you notice the Lagos Abeokuta end of it is receiving attention.
Yes.
It's part of the ongoing work. So this other end that will bring it to interchange and make things easy for people to cross from old road to the new expressway, the governor, he has it in mind. He has spoken about it times without number. But like I tell you, this is all about resources, the availability of funds and all that. So we have to take it one after the other. Okay, let's finish. When we finish one, we'll look at another one, we'll move to it. So definitely it is a very important project that Mr. Governor is considering.
Already you have spoken about the Kolobo Adigbe Road.
Yes, but I just want to add that Mr. Kayode will remember very well that not too long ago, Pansheke Adigbe used to be part of what he used to mention.
Yes.
So today, Pansheke Adigbe is no longer a problem. So definitely, Oluwo Onikolobo Adigbe too will receive attention.
When you look at that Adigbe axis, Adigbe Pansheke axis, the same day or the same period that road was open for reconstruction was the same time the one at car wash at Daton was open for reconstruction. Is the car wash at Daton that has been left abandoned?
It's not abandoned. It's not
The
abandoned.
other wing.
It's not abandoned.
Okay,
You see,
so what's going to happen to that?
You recall, you know very well that the one wing is taken care of.
Yes.
So there is no way somebody will invest in a project and then abandon it after putting so much money, knowing fully well that the one left undone can affect the one that has been done. So it's not an abandon. It still behoves on the issue of having so many things to take care of and not having all the needed resources at the same time. Okay. So it's a project that will be attended to and will also be commissioned by the grace of God.
By God's grace. Okay, Emeka Big Daddy was talking about the removal of iron barriers at the middle of the road in Pansheke. Government has taken care of some aspect of Pansheke.
Yes. But let me tell you, let's be sincere. This is 30% on government, 70% on we the people. What is government supposed to do when it is removed and vandalized? Replace it. Which government is doing? Then it will be vandalized again, and government will keep replacing. And then monies that should be spent on this road you mentioned just now will constantly be, tinkered with, and somebody will still remove it and go and sell it to Ebola or what they call it.
Bola.
It is not going to help development. People look at those things to be very miniature, very minute. They are not, because it eats into government's resources.
That's why I ask you, will there be any enabling law?
We both are that if we that says any burúmọ̀ ẹni tó máa sọ fún ló wà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ fúnra wa. Àwọn èèyàn wa tó wà nílé, àwọn àbúrò wa, àwọn ọmọ wa, àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa pàápàá, àwọn bàbá wa míì gan là ń rí tí wọ́n mú níbi pé wọ́n lọ vandalize government properties. Which is not good. For somebody spoke about government should provide security. We need security to prevent serious crimes. We need security to ensure that huge installations, investments, and all that are safe. If we decide to protect every demarcation on the road, every bridge railings, there will be no police doing anything in Ogun State again. All of them will be protecting demarcation and road crossings. We cannot put all our men, all our security operatives in protecting ports, pans, and all that. No, let us show responsibility. Ìwà ọmọlúwàbí tán fi ń pè wá ní Yorùbá, ó yẹ ká máa fi hàn nínú ìwà àti ìṣe wa. Tí àwọn èèyàn wa fúnra wọn mọ̀ pé
this thing is bad,
I shouldn't be saying damaging this thing. What if it is your personal property? You build a house, and you a block fence, you are erecting an iron fence, and then somebody comes in, remove a portion of it and go and sell it for pittances. How would you feel? Okay. So these are the issues, and these are the issues we should address.
Let's take more calls. 0803 437 0815037943 Hello, good morning. Thanks for calling, Prince.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Now you get back to it, come on, even for the last yourself. You can't go police, you are just calling. So that is why we have problems in this country. Problem of the children, problem of corruption. And our you will see that water. We can never generate this country. You will deal with the community, the people will deal with themselves, and those are the community, this one problem. That's one reason from home. The situation of them are not even people that they are responsible. Just thank you very much.
President Mozan, thanks for calling this morning. Okay, 003 437 9453 0815 032 are two numbers to call this morning. We are looking at the state of development infrastructure wise in Ogun State as we are, the government is reaching the first half, the end of the first half of this second term of the administration. In football, we play 2 halves. So the first half is about ending on the 29th of May. The second half will commence on the 30th of May 2025, and then elapse till 29th of May 2027. Hello, let's take this call. Hello, good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Your name and where you're calling from.
Commissioner, this is Dr. Ade from China.
Go ahead, doctor. Go ahead, doctor.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for always coming around to share your thoughts with us.
Thank you very much.
And we also appreciate the work being done. But I could have twist, we want more.
Of course.
And I relate with most of the roads you're talking about. Because for one reason, I do national assignments and we travel to interiors. And when you mention them, I feel happy. But mentioning is not enough.
Amen.
But they need to be done.
Yeah.
Ẹni tí ò bá ti kókó tí kan ni kò sí explanation. Kò sí. I'm happy when the Obatoko road was done, but it's now totally bad. I'm happy when the Adoki road and linking Fajo and one of them was done. And it's still very much intact because so much the work done there was really ideal. We need good job to be done on Obatoko Adato road, please. And FUNAB is doing something now. And Senator Afolabi Salis has assisted us in filling the potholes. It is as if it is we move seamlessly there now. And Obosun is doing the drainages now. Please, we want the state government to come and do an asphalt overlay so that road will stand the test of time. A job.
Okay.
We need it. And so many other places like going to Ayetoro, the Ayetoro axis, like going to Kuto from Ishapo. Those places are bad. They slow you down, they make you waste time and resources, and they even take toll on your health. It's good that you are coming on board. But our no mama keep talking about it.
Yeah.
May the good Lord strengthen the governor and give him the grace to do all of this for us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Adefuka Inde. 0803 437 9453. She has mentioned Kuto, Shabo, okay, road. So, yes. Okay. Otunba, is Dangote going to support the government in Papala and Shagamu road reconstruction? We're going to talk to that one much later. Let's take this call. Just put it. Hello, good morning. Please call us. This number is just here. When you want to pick, it will be flashing. No, I don't like that. Hello, good.
Good morning, Wole, Otayemi.
Thanks for calling.
Good morning, Otunba.
Good morning, sir.
From the People's Parliament in Jagunalema in Abeokuta. Otunba, let me commend you, yourself, and Honorable Gowdy Atumade. Well, showcasing the efforts of Mr. Governor, Mr. Governor is right. I mean, but especially the area of, projects and things like that. All I wanted, I just want us now that it's called rejected by the government, Honorable Judge Friday.
RJ, thank you. It to make reference to Shabo Okeyeke Road in Abeokuta here. Hello, good morning. Yeah, your name? Thanks for calling, Muiwa.
I want to talk about some roads in Odiemo community, basically money. And I don't
You are listening to you. I
know that Otunba is only for Odiemo, so he understands what I'm saying very well because as we speak today now, there's no basic road in Odiemo. Maybe you understand from us, you read about the police station, and we have tried our best to speak to the governor, the commissioner of works. Sometimes the other council trying to get commissioner of works, but there's nothing coming back to it. So I just want him, being the son of the Sunday from Modemo, to help us to look into that aspect, help us to communicate with the governor so that at least we can have some motorable roads in Modemo.
Okay. Thank you very much, Muiwa. His own area.
Yeah,
well,
that's my area.
I know. You are going to do some roads too in the area.
This is our area.
It's our area. Okay, let's now look at we have agreed here that you help us convey our message to Mr. Governor on the need to quickly rehabilitate Kuto, Ishabo, Okeyeke end, so that when visitors come to Ogun State, they'll have a motorable, they'll apply the road seamlessly. And then, so that's on that side. Let's quickly look at the sport festival. I was at the stadium last week and I saw the state of work being done on this. The training pool is ready. The main pool is about 95% completion. Fantastic job done there. I saw the tennis court and everything. You have taken away our football training pitch, which the All Stars are using to train. You have now built fantastic structure there. Where are you giving us a training pitch?
Thank you very much. Beyond training pitch, you will recall that Mr. Governor did say that with the expenditure, the kind of money put into that place, we must now begin to think of maintenance.
Surely.
We cannot allow it to go back to the sorry state it was. So that's why things like your training pitch and other things will have to go elsewhere. Mr. Governor has said there will be another construction not too far from the stadium.
Okay.
And what's this going to serve for? It can help with this training pitch. Because that is all these rallies and the May Day matches
will not go there.
Will no longer be done at the stadium. So we are going to have another place where all this will be done. That's very close to the stadium.
That is headline news.
So that the governor said it.
Headline
He said it himself.
Headline news.
Because we cannot allow that to be damaged, the stadium to go back to that state it was. So our training pitch, All-Star, that's where we'll be going now.
Okay.
So that we don't damage the pitch. We are now ready to play matches. We will come to the stadium.
So that I shouldn't throw my boot away.
No.
Okay.
Keep your boots. Okay. I'm not throwing away mine either.
Okay. So that is as regards that. Now, we agreed among ourselves that what the government is doing is fantastic. Yeah. What should people be doing to reciprocate government gesture?
Thank you very much.
As we are preparing to host the festival,
the good people of Ogun State should first and foremost show that hospitality that we are known for.
Okay.
A lot of people are coming to Ogun State just to know us. Oh, people from Ogun State. Those are Awolowo's people. Prince Dapo Abiodun, that fantastic governor, we are going to his state. The late Taisho Lani, that's his state. Professor Wole Soyinka, that's his state. They know these people. They know us. They want to feel us. So as they come, let us be very, very, very accommodating and hospitable. Our taxi drivers, àwọn bàbá wa, ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, kẹ́rẹ́ àwọn àlejò wa yìí, ìfẹ́ ní kẹ́ fi máa bá wa gbé wọn, ẹ bá ń gbé wọn láti ibì kan síbi kejì, ẹ máa fìfẹ́ bá wọn lò. Ẹ má bá wọn jà. Our women should see this as opportunity for trading,
food vendors.
food vendors, of the people selling anything. For example, I know of some of my friends who are officials coming from various states. All they want to come and buy.
It's like
They see it on me every time because that's what I wear. I say, Otunba, when I come, I'm going to pack bales and bales of that your cloth. Very fine. I wear from the north. My friends from the north, they are interested in adire. They are interested in eating ofada rice. I know somebody has said, if I spend 2 weeks, it's only ofada I'll be eating every day. That he said the original is there in Abeokuta. So we should understand that there are chances, enormous opportunities
for us to make money. Now, it's our
hotel owners. This is their time.
Some of the hotels should be booked by now.
As I speak with you go to some, they will say that period you are talking about is booked. They should now show good sportsmanship.
Okay. Is our airport going to help in airlifting and dropping some athletes and officials?
If need be, for some
if they want to fly
VIP flights.
Can they land there now?
Planes have been landing in that place. I've been in a plane that landed there twice. It's just that it has not been cleared for commercial flights.
Okay.
And that is what Nigerian Airspace Management Authority came for just last week.
Okay.
And they gave a clean bill to the airport. They suggested one or two things in the area of navigations and all that,
which are technical
to be done. But they looked at it, they described it as one of the best they've seen. They gave kudos to the state government.
So invariably,
and they made it very clear that in a matter of days, weeks, or thereabout, that place will be cleared for commercial flights.
So invariably,
if the clearance comes before then, oh wonderful.
Why? Well and good. So invariably, VVIPs can now land
if
their jets there.
Of course,
if they are coming.
If there are needs for such and they get the appropriate clearance from the concerned agency, that airport is ready to use. I landed in planes there, value jet plane, twice. I've been in the plane and we landed. And you've been here when we received some dignitaries.
Yeah.
The vice president have landed in that place.
Yes.
The senate president, a lot of senators, the speaker of the House of Assembly, several governors have landed there. The Gateway International Airport is not a joke. For those doubting Thomases, now they know that Governor Abiodun has delivered a world-class airport in record time. The officials came and said it still baffles many of them how this can be done in record time and to specification.
Let me quickly.
One of the biggest in sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes. Before take home for our people this morning, this is my final question. Is it for us to gate some of our roads for revenue generation?
It will not be for revenue generation.
Okay. Because we've got to maintain some of the roads.
We have to maintain some of the roads. And some of these roads are going to be successfully fixed using PPP. That's public-private partnership. When that happens, there is need for continuous maintenance. You see, we are calling for development.
You know why I ask you this question? That's why
discussions and negotiations and understandings are ongoing.
Okay, as we speak.
And that issue will be resolved in the best interest of the people of Ogun State who uses that road, and even other road users who come from other states to use that road. But if we must develop at the pace we so desire, we must be open to new initiatives. We must be open to new ideas.
Yes.
We must accommodate new ways of doing things. We talk about developed countries. You can't find you go to America, you go to Europe, you go to the United Kingdom, you find roads being tolled everywhere in most places, either directly or indirectly. Tolls are paid on roads. If we must develop that, we are not saying all roads will be tolled, but certain roads, given their locations, given their importance
and their viability,
we should open. If we keep saying we will never allow it, some investors will not come. Okay. Out of being afraid that they won't get their monies back. But in the best interest of the people of Ogun State, all issues as regards the vote, will be resolved, and everybody will be happy in the end of the day.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Otunba. Festival is 19 days from today. What are your expectations?
I'm expecting a very fun-filled and successful festival. All people concerned, stakeholders from the governor. The governor is the number one promoter. Prince Dapo Abiodun is the number one promoter.
Is the chief host.
Is apart from being the chief host, he is the number one promoter of the National Sports Festival, Gateway Games.
Are we going to be wearing Adira and Kampala throughout the period?
To promote our own, why not?
Is that
Why not? Nobody is going to force us, but between you and I as public communicators, isn't that the right thing to do?
That's it.
Will it not promote our state? Will it not show the world what we have to export to the world? So why not? If it is possible for us to even package our ofada and it's the unique soup and take to where our visitors are and show them, so be it.
Don't allow me to salivate because I'm seeing the green pepper.
That green pepper. Package it
Somewhere,
the local way.
somewhere.
Let's show them how to eat ofada and enjoy it.
And put momo.
And let them understand that ofada must be the one from Ogun State.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the original one. That's our own basmati rice. And it's different. You can't find it anywhere else.
In the world.
So that's to our people.
Okay, that's the program this morning. I want to thank our guest, the senior governor on public communications. He's been speaking to us about the state of development on infrastructure, and we are focused mainly on the roads this morning because we are counting down to the 22nd edition of the National Sports Festival, which is 19 days away from the opening ceremony as we speak today. Ogun State is hosting the remaining 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. More than 15,000 athletes and officials will be coming. And I don't know the number of VIPs. That one is can only be told from the government, those they have sent invitations to, and those that are coming on their own. Otunba knows all those figures. But me, what I know is that we are going to expecting
International sport.
We know how it works when we are hosting like that. So that is why the government of Otunba is trying to put finishing touches to some of the events they are putting in place for the festival. He has promised to convey our message and your messages to some of you who called this morning to His Excellency to help us fix some of the few intra roads in Abeokuta and other areas in the state. Because people will travel from here to Ekene for some of the events. They will travel from here to they will travel within Abeokuta here for some of the events.
Yeah.
And they will be in Shagamu too for things that have to do with this festival. And so that tells you, and some are even call it the football team I understand is in Ilaro. So they will call it travel to some of the places too to see that that means we are going to be on top of our game. And you have promised us that you are going to convey our message. Thank you very much for doing that for us this morning. And thanks to all of you that have been part of this production in the last 57 minutes. I have to thank my producer, Benga Oshidele, ably assisted by Biodo Ogudipe and John Taide. The gentlemen have been making sure that this production record is huge success. Tope Babalola is part of me this morning of the show. He's been my announcer on duty. Samuel Adeneye has been pressing all the right buttons, and Folake Shoeton has ensured we appear on all our social media platforms. To some of us who have listened to us on Radio Gadi or watched us on our Facebook page, it is the duty of Folake Shoeton this morning. I won't go without saying big thanks to those engineers and technicians at the Lens and Najebo end, and to my editors who have been working assiduously to get headlines from some of the things Otunba has said this morning. Thank you, Chris Obu and Yinka Ojekunle, and to our secretaries. My name is Wole Otayemi. 19 days from now, some of us will be running from pillar to post to make sure that this festival records huge success. And so this morning, we leave you with this saying that together we move mountain if everybody contributes equally. See you again in